we felt it was time to have a performance like that. Meaning, I think it was Cass were a bit vulnerable as well. You know, they'd come off a defeat in a tough game. We played Salford not so long ago and know how tough it is and what it can take out of you. And also having a couple of players injured, a few players injured, and then bringing a few back. We've felt it was an opportunity to really, you know, get into a team and see how they respond. And, you know, as you mentioned, it was pretty faultless that first half. It's difficult for a team to stop that momentum once it starts. We've been on the back end of it in years gone past and had those days, and we're in one of those sort of modes, and they were unable to stop it for quite some time. So, yeah, very pleasing from our aspect of things.
Chris Sandow was just on fire from the start, wasn't he?
Wow, yeah, that, you know, world class, top class, however you want to build it up. You know, he's been able to do that in the NRL at times. We'll set the, you know, competition alight and be the best player of around for a period of time. And he's certainly been doing that here. His family arrived yesterday. He's been here without them, and that's been hard for him. And I think he showed us how much he's enjoyed having his family here already, because he's been very good so far this year, but he went from very good to, you know, outstanding.
It sets up a great derby next week, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you couldn't script it any better, could you? You know, two teams playing well and confidently and on equal points with a game in hand. But yeah, it makes for an interesting build up for it, and derby match, and you know, it's bragging rights. And so yeah, it was it's going to be a good one, but you know, let's stick to tonight so far.
Any injury concerns?
Yeah, we got a little bit with Brad there. Brad's hopeful that it's not as bad as he first feared. You know, he thought he had quite a severe ankle problem, and we're just going to get some X-rays and just, you know, make double sure that it isn't anything sinister there. But he was on fire himself. I thought he was playing really, really well, and you know, like most of the players were tonight. But he was doing a really good stint. The only bit I'm really disappointed about was of the evening, aside from Brad's possible injury, was Stefan's sinbinning. It was just nonsense. It was a misinterpretation of what some people deem as a crocodile roll, where a player can roll to put an extra roll in his tackle to do somebody's ankle. And you know, when you go and have a look at the video, Stefan just makes a tackle, and the player himself actually rolls to get up. Now, Steph got sin-binned for that, and then he got attacked. Somebody ran in to attack him, and then he doesn't get sin-binned. So we got penalised for something that Stefan didn't actually do. And when there was a reaction to it, you know, our player gets sent to the sin bin when there was a reaction from the other team. It's just not right. It's just not right. It's, you know, the lack of understanding of some of those plays, and now he's been put on report, and that's all that should have happened. If there was suspicion of an illegal sort of or a dangerous tackle, you put it on report and let the people review it and then come back and deal with it. But our player got sin-binned when he didn't attack anybody else, he didn't do anything sinister, he didn't come in and react, yet, you know, he gets put in the sin bin and somebody else reacts and he doesn't. You know, it's just, I just don't understand their rationale on some of these occasions.